Going West has this really extraordinary history from 1996, when it was the only independent lit fest, well, I say north of Rimutaka. Actually, it was the only independent lit fest in the country. Going West was founded on a love story. Naomi McCleary was an arts manager for the Waitakere City Council, and she walks into a bookstore in Parnell. It's run by a guy called Murray Gray. They don't know each other, they get talking, and he says, what I would really like to see is Maurice G, the West Auckland novelist, on a train going west in Auckland, reading his novel Going West, which describes the train ride from Auckland to Henderson. And they do it. They put it together. They fall in love, they become life partners, and it's a love story. And that kaupapa is in every single moment of every Going West festival. I took over the steering at the end of 2019, and I just had time for lunch when we decided to cancel due to COVID. We innovated our asses off during COVID, and we went through a lot of reinvention of who we were and what we were doing and what our whole sector was doing. We achieved great things, podcasts, we made short films. We presented a new kind of literature to our audience and found a new audience by doing it. And we're so proud of that. Subsequent to that period of 2 or 3 years, it became harder and harder to fund what we were doing. And that's now had its, sort of reached its end game. We've had one too many failed funding applications, and we're really having to go into a period of hiatus now. The decision to cancel was bloody hard, yeah.
It was very difficult, and there was the sense for a while of trying to hold on to it and try to discover ways that we could continue on. We were very aware we were going to be letting down our audience and what the ramifications of that would be. But we had to make the decision very quickly because of the time frame in terms of contracts at that point and moving forward, and we just did not have the funding to do so.
Going West has some extraordinary assets. It's a really well-established brand.
Until we can re-strategise around the festival, which we will be doing in 2024, we have this really amazing project that we're just breaking ground on really, which is the Shadbolt House here on Aotearoa Road, the end of the track. The goal, of course, is to refurbish this and get it up and running as a writer's residency to honour, Shadbolt's incredible literary legacy.
It's not going to be just another writer's residency. The ideas for what there will be truly unique and will again produce a kind of literature that's not being made anywhere else right now.
It's hard, mahi, of course, because we're back to the question of funding. But we have a lot of, what we think is a really compelling vision for how this space could be used and the role it could play in Aotearoa.
I don't think it'll be the last we hear of Going West, but we invented independent lit fests in Aotearoa 28 years ago, and I don't see any reason why Going West can't carry on inventing new ways of celebrating literature.